every brother that's caught in the crossfire.
After the events of season 1 of The End of the Fucking World, James and Allison have been in different stages of their lives now, as James is recovering from the shot wound he received at the end of season 1, and Allison is trying to forget everything that happened in the past, while a new character comes into play who has a grudge against both of them from an action they did in the first season by killing the professor in which she fell in love with. She plans to kill these two in season 2 and get revenge. This is a much more dramatic season than season 1, and season 1 tonally is definitely much different from this season. Whereas the first one had a lot of comedy interwoven in a dramatic story, this one is more of a drama. It focuses more on its characters this time around. There are funny elements to it and funny moments scattered throughout, but the show mainly wants to focus on the characters this time around, where they're going through what the emotions they're having, because after a traumatic experience as they had at the end of season 1, they're definitely in a different stage in their life. Allison and James have lost the connection they had in season 1, and when they first meet each other finally for the first time, they start off rocky. But as the show progresses, you get to see hints of their old relationship coming back, while them discovering they cannot fully recover from whatever happened, that they should move on from it, but also learn to accept new life and new changes, despite all the punishment and consequences they have received. And that is also the sort of same characterization this new character has gotten. I forgot her name was, but she basically starts off the season in the first episode, which is entirely dedicated to her as a woman who is basically gone through so much, and this professor was like the one thing she can latch on to as something she can love and respect. But after that was taken away from her, she blames everything on these two kids, and because of her very traumatic childhood, she believes that anything that had been done wrong needed punishment, and she wasn't going to give it to these kids. And this made this entire season actually sort of intense. Like, you don't know what's going to happen, and while that leads into my negatives, the show can repeat many of the same beats as the first one, and it cannot always feel very original and could feel very stale at times. This show is uplifted from a really dramatic story, great characters once again, and really, really well written dialogue. It doesn't focus on trying to have the most absurd things said about certain things. It's about having these characters say some of the most dramatic things that can change their viewpoints or how they feel about each other. And that is basically how these three characters basically interact with one another. They're like bouncing off, trying to, like, I wouldn't say one up each other, but trying to figure out each other's emotions, trying to figure out what they're feeling, how they can express it. And I thought that part of the season really hit home for me. It is also, again, well shot, well edited, brilliantly edited, with the music choices, with certain scenes being cut together. And I feel like with these episodes being 24 to 20 minutes long, it really helped smoothing things out. And I feel like the 8th episode arc they got was really strong. and the pacing never dragged. Overall, even though season 2 can feel a bit repetitive from the first season, it is still brought up by great characters, great storytelling, and a great message also. And I'm gonna give The End of the Fucking World season 2 a A-. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys next time.
Heaven if you send